So today we will see more thing about HTML tags, and then we will see what is called CSS. Basically, that is used for the decoration part of your website. So related to color, size of particular element, background color setup, pixel padding, for those kind of thing, this is used. We'll see one such example. And we'll talk about the operators in Java. So let's start with the same assignment we were doing, correct? So here we talked about that we want to create this particular HTML page. I'm adding just one more thing here is we want a link here. We want one link here that will say learning Selenium. The text will look like learning Selenium, and whenever someone will click on it, whenever someone, let's say once someone will click here, then it should lend to a particular uh, it should navigate to a particular website. So let's say once you click here, so I'm writing what will happen once someone will click here. So for example, once this link is clicked, then www.testology.in, this website should get open. This website should get open. Website should get open. So just adding one thing is there is a particular link here. If you click here, this website should get open. Okay, so let's again complete it. What we were doing yesterday is we completed till this address. Now we want a gender radio button. So we completed the text area part. Now we'll ask for the gender. Okay, and that should be radio button. So radio is again a tag only. Radio is again um, tags only. So if I go to HTML, if you see tags somewhere, you will get the chapter about all the tags and everything. As of now, I'm just checking radio tags in HTML. If I search, I'll get it. Okay. So for the radio tag, it will be okay. They are also using the gender one also only. So that's good. Input type is equals to this. Great. We want something like this only, something similar. So if we try this, okay, this is happening like this. It's good. So let's understand simply input type is equals to radio. If you write that thing, uh, it will create the radio button. So I'm using the same thing here. So I'm deleting all other things. As of now, that is not required. I'm just keeping value is equals to mail part. Label also I am deleting. Okay, that's it. And there is a line break after that. Okay, that's fine. I'll copy this. I'll not use anything else. It's just, let's say this. Okay, so this is again a radio for female, and then there is another one for, let's say, others. Other or NA, or don't want to disclose any kind of thing can come. That's fine. So what will happen? What has happened if we are doing like this is this happened on that day too, right? I'm opening it. So radio button is coming perfectly fine, but the text is not coming. that male, female, and all. Okay, because this value is not related to the value which should be displayed. Okay, so let's understand this value which we write as an attribute is not the one which will display on your website. Okay, that's why I kept it here. So here you have to write it explicitly, a text, let's say male, female, and here we will write, let's say NA or not disclosed, something like this. If we refresh it, see here, this is coming perfectly fine now. Great. Only thing is gender and male is coming on the same line. That you can handle through BR, not a big deal. After the gender, if I write BR, so that will change the line. I refresh it. Now it's perfectly fine. What else we want in our website is we want one button. So creating a button is simple. You have to write input type is equals to button, or there is a button tag also. So button has various types. As of now, I'm just writing, let's say input type is equals to button. Done. This will create a button, but the text for that button, let's see how we can do it. Let me see first whether this button is coming. Correct. Well, it's coming. Let me write value is equals to what was expected thing, submit. So submit, if I write, and let's refresh it. So if you see here, for input type is equals to button, if you put the value, that will be visible. But for other tags, this value is a different thing. It's not related to what you want to show for that radio button. Okay. But for the button, whatever you'll put as a value will be its text. Great. So this is done for that. Now, okay, city. We didn't put the city part. So let's put it first. So as we said that this is, when we are saying city, we want it as a drop down. So HTML has a tag for creating drop down is options or select. It's a combination of select and options. So when I write select tag, starting and select tag ending. Let's see, is it doing anything when I write it? See here, one select drop down is created with, but there is no options. Let me put first BR here to line break. So just concentrate on this code as of now, where once we created the radio button, we just have written select and select tag end, and this is creating this drop down. Okay, this is particularly for selecting city, and this select tag is started here and end here, but you have to put the options. So the tag for putting the option is actually option only. So you have to start with the option and you have to end with the option, and then you can put your options. So here if I write select city will be my first option. Okay, select city, something like this will be my first option, and I'm just copying. So multiple things you can put. So here I'll say, let's say city name as Delhi. I'm putting city name as Delhi. then you can put any city name. So Vijay Wada. I don't know the exact spelling of it. Pardon me if it is wrong. Okay, then Chennai. Done. So this will create you a drop down with these four options. Let's refresh it and check whether it is coming correctly or not. See here, these options has come for city thing, right? That means it's working fine. Yeah, it's a WADA for Vijayawada. Thanks. Okay, and once you do that, what else we want? So see how why I'm showing this is I want to tell you that creating HTML is not a big deal, right? But the decoration part and then putting the things at a proper place. So what we are making is a very bad website actually, right? What we have made till now, it's not looking good. It's just in a simple manner you are putting something here and it's not looking good. Exactly. So then CSS will come into picture to properly decorate it, do a proper padding, where the next element should start, what should be the right side padding, what should the left side padding for any element, how button should look like. That is decided by the CSS. But let's complete a bit about this, at least till this part. So then, okay, done. Button is done. Everything is done. After this not disclosed, we want more BR. So one more BR we will create. Yeah, this will be also BR. Oh, sorry. If I want to start and end, it should be like this. If there is just a single tag, you want to start and end, so you can simply write BR and then slash. Okay, so that is creating a two-line separation. Then after the city also, I want to create a separation. So I'll copy it. Once the city is done, let's say line separation we want to do. This line will not required. And if we see that, okay, perfectly. So at least still we are good. And let's check what kind of selections you can do here. So username, by default, you can put any string. So when we say this one, input type is equals to text you have written, that means you can put any text. Okay, and yes, I can write anything, special character, everything is allowed. When we say address, that is text area for us. There also it's just uh, text, right? So you can put anything. Okay, when we say radio button and you have input type radio, then actually you can simply click there. So because we have to understand what kind of action we are doing here, we are typing the some text. Here you are selecting it, you are not typing anything, right? Here it's like multiple radio button you are able to select, because we have used a very simple radio button. So there are types of, you can club this radio button in a way that if one is selected and if you select anyone else, then all other will be unselected, right? But we are not using it. Let's say we are using in a very simple way to just select anyone. And then here you can select the city. Great, perfect. And this is the button. So in button we you click it. City, you again select it from the drop down. Okay. Now the question is, if you put any username here, there should be a way to capture this element. So for example, if I put my username as Nitesh, the assignment was, once you click it here in the submit, it should say me welcome Nitesh. It should say me welcome Nitesh. Or if I fill all the values, let's say, irrespective of whether I fill this all or not. So what we are saying is at least this username is mandatory. You have to put something. So if I click here, it should say me that username is mandatory. You have to fill it. So that's it. I'm not writing that code. I'm still expecting that you guys will do it. Okay, on your own, understanding through HTML, CSS, Java, JavaScript. But one of the agenda for today is to understand about the CSS. So for example, here we want that the background color should be yellow. The background color of your website should be yellow. So you can go to this, wherever your body is started, there you can write background color is equals to yellow. I'm just checking. I'm not expert on the HTML part. I'm just checking it. Does it work, or BG color should be there? So let's search in Google again. Set background color of body in HTML. So how to do that? Yeah, body has some tags. Okay, and what tags we have? Body. Background image you can set. I want to set color. Okay, so but they are talking about the CSS part only. If I want to use it as an attribute, then how to do that? So I was writing correctly, background color, but that is under the style tag. We'll see that thing. So there are different kind of injection of style. So there is the inline scripting for style, and there is like explicit scripting in other file that we will see. As of now, we don't want to do in this way. What I want to do is set background color for body in tag in body tag, background color in body tag. I don't want to set it in through style. Okay, so yeah, this is about CSS again. 4 ways to set background color in HTML. So somebody is explaining there are multiple ways to set the color. So we can see somewhere if somebody will tell us. Okay, HTML. Okay, where is color part? So you can put in style. That is one way. You can put in this body color what you want, and any other way. We don't want to do this here in no, it's again style. I want to set up at the tag only. Don't want to set up in this way. Okay, that's fine. So everyone is like suggesting to do in that way only, keeping the CSS, and it's a good way to do it. We will also follow that thing. Okay, great. Can we do just color? Let's try it instead of background color. Let's try spelling is fine. Let's do it color. Okay, it's not happening. Even I changed it, it's not happening. Somebody is suggesting something. Background color colon is equals to. But attribute doesn't work with the colon. That is the style part. Attributes have generally like equal to sign. When we say colon, then it will come and see here there is no color coding coming. So that means it's not correct. Okay. One more time we will try. Otherwise, we'll write the CSS only. Okay. So color attribute for body in HTML. Yes. So background image of the back BG color. It's not background. It's BG color actually. So that's right. And sometimes it depends on your browser also. Some browsers, okay, let's try this. I saved it and going back to our practice HTML. Now it's working. So the code is BG color is equals to yellow, or whatever color you will give, it will come. It's like this. BG color is equals to yellow. If I make it black, will it work? I'm just checking. Oh, it's working, but it is not looking good. So let me make it. So any color you can give, right? Standard color you have to give. Just search in Google. What are the permitted color, BG color values I can put in any attribute as a BG color? Great. That's what I wanted to show. And let's do one more thing is here, once we created it, we want the city by default will be selected as Delhi, just as a requirement. By default, selection of city will be Delhi, default selection. That is also possible through the options. In the options, you can say selected. That's it. You can say selected. Okay. So wherever you will write selected, that part will be automatically selected. So let me refresh it. See here, Delhi is automatically coming. I didn't do anything. So if I say I'm deleting this, let's say, and I will say Chennai should be selected by default. So I'm just writing selected here. So let's see. Yes, Chennai is getting selected by default. Can I write selected is equals to true? Is that also is fine to put? I'm just checking. Instead of writing selected, I'm writing selected is equals to true. So we have to put it somewhere else, or let me put it false. Okay. So Chennai will not be selected. No, it's just you have to put selected. It's not selected is equals to true. You have to put selected. Wherever you put selected, it will get by default selected. Okay, what we want a link here. So that's the last thing. Let's do it. As per our requirement, we want a link here. So links are called anchor tag. Link will come, hyperlink will come with what I was saying with so here once the heading is done, we want to put a link. Okay, so that is anchor tag, just a and a closed. And what is my text as per the requirement? Learning Selenium. Okay, let's put it learning Selenium, and that anchor tag will be closed. Done. So this code we have written to show that anchor tag. Let's see if it is coming. I will do just refresh. Yes, it's coming. See here, it has come, right? But it is not coming at a particular place. We want it to be right side. So there is an alignment thing that you can do. I'm not going into that. So A will have align is equals to right. So there is an attribute. If you put it, it will come at the right side. And after that, let's put some line break. Okay. Let's see. I'll refresh it. Okay. So it's coming. Learning Selenium, but that alignment is not correct. So that's why I'm saying CSS is important, because you are able to make the website, everything will work fine, but what about its look and feel? That's why UI UX developer are really in demand to make a website like look good. One more thing, when we click here, nothing is happening. We want somebody will click here and something should happen, correct? But that is not happening. So here there is one thing that you have to mention is href. So href is equals to which website you want to open. So you have to write www dot, let's say, testology.in. So how this will work? It will work it like when you click it here, whatever attribute value here for the href you are putting, that will get open. So here, see, it has come in this hyperlink way now. If I, and there is a thumbnail icon coming. So if I click here, something, it's not working, that's fine, but it is shifted to that, right? Because we are not putting in a proper way. Let me open test, because you have to put http and then testology.in, that particular website address you have to give. So let's put it properly. Href should be again properly this one. Now this will work. So let me refresh our practice.html, and once I click it, see here, the website is open. Perfect. Now your assignment is, it should not open on the same tab. If I click it, it should open in a new tab. When we click it, it should open in a new tab. Okay, keep this in mind. So for today, it's fine. We have to jump to the Java part. There are other things to discuss about CSS that we will see tomorrow. Don't worry about it. But again, repeating that HTML, you have to complete till forms, all the chapters, do it on your own, do lots of practical, whatever changes you can do. You make your own website. Think about it. What else you want to do with this assignment? How good you can make it, like it's a real website, right? How you can show this in a very good way. And then once you click on the submit, what else can happen in a real world? What happens, right? Okay. So that you have to do. CSS part is to put it proper padding, color coding. There are a lot of different kind of CSS, how you can put the style, where you have to put that style, how it will catch that it has to put the color for a particular thing. If you will read it, you will get it, what they are saying. It's very simple. For this, we are expecting that at least till table you will do it. And for JavaScript part, one by one do it. First do HTML, CSS. If you are good with already HTML, CSS, then jump to the JavaScript part and do it at least till, let's say, arrays. Okay, fine. Let's move to our Java part. So we will see today about operators. What are different operators and what we can do with that. So our project is August. This one is our project, and let's create inside the practice Java. Let's create another class. So I'm making a new class. Here I'm saying, let's say operator demo. Okay, you can click here if you want the main also to be created so that you don't have to write the public static void main part. It will come automatically. And you can start directly like coding here. So let's talk about arithmetic operator. So we have to see, let's say this four thing, and let's understand about it. What is arithmetic operator? Arithmetic operators are simply like plus, minus, multiplication, division. That comes under multiplication sign is this, division is forward slash, and percent sign. So actually you all know about this plus, minus, multiplication and division. We'll talk about this modulus operator. When we say assignment operator, assignment is simply equal to sign, right? Comparison operator, when we say, which compares two different expressions, okay? Compare between two values, you can say. The comparison operator is like equal to, greater than, less than equal to. There are a lot of other operators also. I'm just giving some of the example here. When we say logical operators are like and, or. This is not comparison basically. This is like combining two different results and checking what is the final result, whether it is true or false. So let's see a very simple example for that. Okay, so plus, minus, multiplication, division, I'm not going, but let's take a very simple example. If I write integer c is equals to 5 cross 2 minus, sorry, let me take a bigger, okay, minus, let's say 10 divided by 10. Okay, what will be the answer? You can just put it in chat window. If I write in c is equals to this, and if I print what is the value of c, what it will print? Don't check in your system. Just have a copy pencil with you, and then tell me what will be the answer. 99, everyone is saying that 99 will come. Yes. Why 99 will come? Because there is BODMAS rule, there are mathematical expression rule, right? It looks like that it should happen like this. 5 into 20, 100. 100 minus 10, 90. And 90 by 10, 9. So somebody can say 9 can also be the answer, but it's not like that. Multiplication and division has higher precedence for the operators, right? So for example, here, how internally it will happen is this multiplication and division, right? It has higher priority over the minus sign. So multiplication and division will happen first. Now the question is, multiplication will happen first or the division will happen first? So whenever there is an equal priority, multiplication and division has equal priority. So the expression, whatever is the left side, will happen first. So for example, here, the execution will start from here, the left side of the expression. So 5 into 20 will happen first. So 100 minus, then 10 by 10 will happen. So 10 by 10 is 1. And then the whole thing will happen, 100 minus 1. So that will become 99. It's like this. Okay, fine. So C is this. So tell me what will happen if I write int d is equals to C percent 5. And if I want to print d, what will be my output? Put it in the chat window. If I am doing d is equals to c percent 5. This is modulus operator. What it does, it gets you remainder. Okay, it's not division, it's the remainder which will have after you divide c by 5. Great. So what is happening? C is 99. 99% 5 means it will divide it by 5, but what will be the remainder? Remainder will be 4. Okay, 19 5 is 95, and then 4 will come. Okay, let's take simple example after that. So if I write int again f is okay, can I write again int d is equals to 34 something? It's not allowed because you cannot in the same scope. So in the same scope, you cannot declare another variable with the same name. The rule is this, right? So it will say duplicate. If I hover over it, it's saying duplicate local variable d. That's why I should take it any new variable r is equal to. So let's say I want to write %7. What will be the output? If I print r, so that will be 7 4 28. 6 will be the remainder. So that will print me 6. Okay, somebody of you are doing it good. Okay, so let's run this program. Run as Java application we are doing, and that is showing us 99 4 and 6 perfectly fine. So this is about arithmetic operator. We have another operator called increment and decrement operator. This is important. Increment and decrement operator. What is that? So if I write r plus plus, okay, so increment and decrement operators are unary operators. It doesn't require two operands, whereas plus minus, multiplication, division, and percent, all this requires me to have two operands. Two operands required. That's why those are called binary operators. Okay. Whereas this plus plus minus minus, this is unary operator. So you can simply write r plus plus. So what is the meaning of r plus plus? In the background, it does it like this. R is equals to r plus 1. R plus plus means increase the value of r by 1. Then again, for this increment and decrement operator, there are types. So that is called post increment, and pre-increment, or post and pre-decrement also. Okay. So what is the difference? It's a good question. What is the post increment and post decrement, right? So let's take one example to understand. It's very important. So I am taking some example first, and tell me what will be the answer, and then I'll explain also. So I'm taking fresh one. Integer g is equals to 7, and integer u is equals to 9. Perfect. And here I'm writing integer k is equals to g plus plus, and I want to print. I will print k, and I will print g. So my question is, just for this 4 lines, what will be output? Integer g is 7, u is 9. Keep your paper pencil with you, and don't execute it. Otherwise, you will just tell me what is the answer in your system. You have to understand it and tell me, what do you think? What will be the value of k, and what will be the value of g? Will it be both 8 and 8? Will it be both 8 and 8? So somebody is saying k will be 8, g will be 7. So k will be 8, g will be 7. Most, or somebody is saying g will be 7. Okay. So somebody is saying k will be 7 and j will be 8. So there is a confusion. That's why increment and decrement operator is good to understand how this will work. Okay. Anybody any other answer? Anybody want to say K7G8? K7G8. Okay. Yeah. K will be 7 and G will be 8. I'm running this. Let's see. At the end, see here, these two values are printed. K7, G is 8. Why it is like that? So that is how post increment works. Post increment means increment will happen. That is for sure. Increment is going to happen. G++. So let's understand the assignment operator here. I told you how assignment operator works. This is assignment operator equal to. The right hand side is executing first. And then whatever is the answer will be allocated or assigned to K, the left hand side. But post increment is a case which says that increment it, but don't increment right now. Increment after this semicolon, or don't increment at the same moment when you are doing it. So G++ means G is going to be incremented by 1, but allocate this G first to K and then increment. It's like this. That's why the name is post increment. Post means do it later on. It's like this. So G's current value is 7. 7 will be allocated to K. Okay, that's why it is printing K as 7. But once you will come after this semicolon, that G++ is going to happen. This happening. So G will become 8. That is for sure. After this semicolon, whenever you will print G, it is going to be 8. That is for sure. Okay. Let's take another example. I know that you must be having doubt on this. We will take another example and see. Don't worry. Okay. So let's take one more example. That's why I declared another variable u. So let's work with u now. So we want to print u. So I'm writing integer p is equals to minus minus u. Okay. And then we will print p and u both. Tell me what will be the output in the chat window just for p and u. And u's initial value is 9. If you see at the 24th line, we declared that u's initial value is 9. What will be the output of this 3 line? Let's see what people are saying. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Okay. U is 8, somebody has said. What is the value of P then? Okay, let's understand it now. Just from the 3038th line. Just from the 3038th line, we are going to see what is happening. 8 and 8, 8 and 9. So there is some confusion. Okay. So let's understand it again. The value of U is 9. Let me put it here. Okay. the value of u is 9. So how any programming works is it takes the current value. Okay, current value. Okay, u is 9. So whenever you are on any expression, you have to talk about the current value of u. Okay, so u is 9. Then it's written p is equals to minus minus u. Yeah, my net was disturbed for some time. Let me share it again. Okay, so u is 9. It is pre-decrement means, see, after this semicolon, u is sure short 8. That there is no doubt that minus minus u means whenever you write minus minus u, that means u is equals to u minus 1. U is going to be changed. U is going to be decremented by 1. That is for sure. So there should be no doubt that when you print u, it will be 8. But what about p? So this is pre-decrement. Pre-decrement means if it is present in any expression and if you're assigning it to another value, so decrease it first and then assign. It's like pre means doing it first, right? So pre-decrement means decrease the value of u first and then assign it to p. So u's value is will become 8 and 8 will be assigned to p. So p is 8 and u is also 8. Okay. Instead of if I write minus, so let's execute it and see whether 8 and 8 is coming or not. So if you see here, p and u both is 8. Now let me change it to, instead of u, I'll write u minus minus. So what will happen this time is u is post decrement here. Post decrement means don't decrement right now. First assign it to p. So the current value of u is 9. 9 will be assigned it to p first, right? So p value is 9, that is for sure, and u value is definitely is going to be 8 because the meaning of u minus minus or minus minus u is same. It's for the decrement, but the only thing is when you want, when it will be incremented or decrement. So this time it will be 9 and 8. See here, coming as 9 and 8. So there are a lot of things to do practice. You make your own expression and understand that how that is working. Read more about increment and decrement operator because otherwise other arithmetic operators are very easy. Okay, assignment operator we have talked about. Comparison. Comparison will give you whether the expression is true or false. So for example, at any point of time, if there are two things and I am comparing it. So for example, if I write simply, why I'm writing everything as an integer, you can simply write 10 is greater than 23. So it's a comparison. And what is the answer of this comparison? It's false. It's not true. So that is how the comparison works. There is a equality operator. Equality operator is when you check the equalness of two things or equality of two things. And if I write less than equal to, so it's very simple one. What the meaning of like less than equal to is whether this value is less than or equal to a particular another value or not. So that is called comparison operator. So the first two expression is false, the last one is true. So the answer of this expression is true or false. That means you have to store it in some kind of Boolean variable. So if I write Boolean check is equals to 10 is less than equal to 23. So that's the correct statement because this is going to give me whether this is true or false. So that I'm storing in the check, and here you can write you want to print the check value. That is also fine. Let me write it here. Great. It's like false, false, true. It is coming because this is true. Great. So let's take one assignment today. It's very simple one to work with the operators only. So what we want is you have to take marks of 4 subjects. So let's say Hindi, English, maths, science. Okay, so I didn't write it properly. So there are marks for 4 subjects out of 100 each. You declare your own values, right? And then you have to find out what is the total. Then you have to find out what is the percentage, and based on the percentage you have to print something. So for example, if percentage is greater than 80, then print A. It's like a grading, right? It's like a grading thing. If percentage is uh, greater than 60, greater than equal to 60, and less than 80, then grade will be, let's say, B. So let me copy this. And if the percent is greater than equal to 40 and it's less than 60, then the grade is C. And sorry, and if the percentage is less than 40, then it is fail. So I'm writing, let's say, F. Okay, so this is one full assignment where you have to take on your own 4 subjects, and every subject is 100 marks each. You have to declare in some kind of variable, then calculate the total, print the total, calculate the percentage. So I'm not going to tell you what is the formula for getting the percentage. You know, like you got 250 out of 400. So what will be the percentage? You have to print, and based on the percentage, you have to print what is the grade value. Okay? So this is a kind of assignment. Make it and do it on your own. But we have not seen the logical operators, so that we will see tomorrow for sure.